felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear?
I
am tired. I am hurt.
I
feel alone.
Why is this happening?
To me.
Is this really my fault? What is literally wrong with me?
Stop looking at me.
I was diagnosed
At 15, at 16.
when I was 12. Hashtag mental illness.
I am more than my diagnosis.
Bipolar.
Depression, anxiety,
OCD.
borderline personality,
Suicidal thoughts. Self-harming behavior. Schizophrenia.
anorexia, and sometimes I feel numb, and
I hurt myself.
And
Sometimes
I want to die, to end the pain.
Why are they?
whispering.
Stop! Now. Fat, thin, anxious,
Depressed.
scared,
Lonely.
nowhere, no one, nowhere, nothing.
Nothing.
I am.
Nothing.
I am.
No one.
Anorexia.
ANOREXIA.
According to the DSM-5 criteria, to be diagnosed as having anorexia nervosa, a person must display persistent restriction of energy and leading to significantly low body weight, fear of gaining weight, or becoming fat.
Now, people may tell you that
Food is the enemy.
They're wrong. The real enemy you have to overcome is the mind. Food is just a means of destruction. Your mind is the enemy. The beast who whispers lies to you in the dead of night. Lies of saturated fat,
Salty, sweet,
or caramel-soaked seduction. I'm afraid all the time of the way people look at me.
clothing stores, cafeteria.
My own kitchen. I feel like an elephant. But in reality, my body is rail thin, and I'll hear,
Wow, must be nice to be so thin.
Eat a cheeseburger.
I would kill to look that thin.
that's the one that really gets me. Because I most certainly will die if this disease wins.
Mental illness counts for 90% of suicides.
Or suicide attempts.
90%.
Stop saying
Suicide is a permanent
Solution to a
a temporary problem. Because though it seems like that,
My problems are real.
validate me.
Get me help. Notice me.
listen to me
Before it's
too late.
Suicide.
SUICIDE.
The DSM states that suicidal behavior disorder is a diagnosis assigned to individuals who have made a suicide attempt within the past 2 years, where there is a clear expectation of death.
When I think about my brother, several things come to mind. The blue sweatshirt he wore every day, the scent of his tea tree oil shampoo, and the day I found him hanging in the living room. Now, I'm sure he didn't think I'd be the first one to find him. But I was. I remember. I screamed! Grabbed at him, hold on him. His face was not his face. It was bloated and purple, not real. I kept thinking, this isn't real! And I just grabbed him, and we rocked, and rocked, and rocked for hours until Mom came home. That's what I remember. Hey, how did you do it?
Why? Stupid! Do something like that.
Whatever.
Did he leave a note?
I thought about it every once in a...
You are not alone. 1-800-273-TALK.
Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you,
And when you're broken on the ground, you will be found.
anxiety,
Generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, social phobia, and anxiety.
I can't breathe. My heart is racing. Why are they staring at me?
What do they want?
Leave me alone. Anxiety.
ANXIETY
Is a general term for several disorders that cause nervousness, fear, apprehension, and worrying.
You know that fight or flight thing that happens?
When you're watching a scary movie and you know the bad guy is coming up behind the innocent lady walking down the street, your heart is beating and your pulse is racing. That feeling? Yeah. That is exactly what anxiety feels like. When I'm around too many people, when I have a big test or just walking down the hallway at school, it can literally be anything at any time. Sometimes I get so worked up that I can't even make it to school. The walls are moving in on me. I am suffocating, swirling, sweating,
Swinging,
shameful,
sadistic,
psycho,
standing alone, struggling, simply afraid, someone,
anyone,
stereotype, slithering alone in the dark,
sucking down pills from a bottle,
singing the death march
as I slice my wrists
and pray for silence.
Silence!
The words and thoughts,
All day long.
ending the pain,
The whispers.
inside and outside my head
Exploding.
Borderline.
BORDERLINE.
The DSM-5 defines the main features of BPD as a pervasive pattern of instability in interpersonal relationships, self-image, and affect, as well as markedly impulsive behavior.
I wake up with a sense of dread. Did I take my pills last night? I think the trazodone went down. That's a chalky one. But I don't remember taking the Lamictal. Have I forgotten to take it more than once? I don't remember. That's the one that's supposed to make me feel happy. I haven't felt very happy, so maybe I did forget to take it. I don't feel unhappy either, though. I just feel numb. It's like there's this vat inside of me, and I'm pouring in all of these pills and these therapy lessons and those stupid meditation exercises, and it churns and it burns and it boils, but it's never full. There's a loaded gun in my chest, and it's shooting out everything I have. I love so fast, and then it's gone, and I never know how to get it back again. I wish I could stop hurting. I wish I could stop hurting them. I wish I could think in anything other than extremes.
Someone,
Please, make it stop!
I slice deep.
I pick and jab, feel the cold razors rip at my skin.
I do it for
Relief!
I do it to feel.
Self-harm.
SELFHARM.
Self-harm refers to premeditated damage of body tissues, like hitting or punching an object to inflict injury to self, cutting, extreme scratching, and skin carving. No, I don't do it to kill myself. I don't do it for attention. I mean, some people do. But I do it in private. I don't want anyone else to see. It's just for me. My hips, my chest, and my arms. And sometimes I do it to release. And sometimes I do it because I can't feel anything that I just need to. It's my addiction. I can't stop slicing and feeling that sensation. Safety pins, razor blades, kitchen knives. Really, anything with a sharp edge will work. But these
Angry scars!
stare at me. They will be with me
Forever.
Scars that remind me. But sometimes
I just need to feel.
1 in 5 people have a mental illness.
that means
Sitting here today,
There are how many?
2, 4, 10, but we are more than a number.
tapping.
Touching, overwhelming,
Uncontrollable.
obsessive-compulsive disorder.
OCD for short.
Obsessions are defined by recurrent and persistent thoughts, urges, or impulses that are intrusive and unwanted.
When I was 10, I had to
Tap.
tap my forehead 3 times against the bedroom wall before I could fall asleep.
Isn't that so cute? What a strange quirk.
The doctors would tell me,
Isn't that a strange quirk? Let's run some tests.
my parents would agree. It is strange, I guess. You might never understand. Understand why I have to spend precisely
3 minutes and 31 seconds.
washing my hands, or also feel like I have to crawl out of my skin. You might never understand why I have to go back and touch that pole we just passed
12 times.
or also feel like I'm going to die. You might never understand why I have to go back and check the lock
14 times.
or spin around
Counterclockwise.
before I shower, or why I only use the yellow bowl. And I don't expect you to understand. But I understand. I understand why I have to do these things, and slowly but surely that's becoming enough for me.
I can't stop thinking.
I can't stop touching.
I can't stop tapping.
The voices get louder.
The whispers are intense.
Suck it up! Get over it! You're being selfish!
You are a burden.
There are others that are worse off. Hashtag break the stigma!
Crazy.
Overly sensitive.
Mental health isn't real. You're bringing everyone else down. You take meds. You are too much to handle.
Schizophrenia.
SCHIZOPHRENIA.
The DSM-5 outlines the following criteria to make a diagnosis of schizophrenia: delusions, hallucinations, disorganized speech, grossly disorganized or catatonic behavior, or diminished emotional expressions.
The average age to develop schizophrenia in women is 25. I developed it at age 12. I like to think I'm just an overachiever. Of course, the diagnosis didn't come right away. First, it was an overactive imagination. Then it was ADD. Then it was a brain tumor. Until finally the doctors couldn't hide behind the pretend diagnostics anymore. The delusions were difficult to face, but not impossible. I could drown those out in late-night study sessions reading my biochemistry books and medical journals. The hallucinations? Well, they were a little bit harder. It's common for the voices in schizophrenia to be vulgar, or cold, or crude. My hearing sounds horrible. Drool doesn't begin to explain the ends of hurled and sluggish like weapons from the highway of mind. That was ugly, stupid! Hallucinations were hard. No, I shouldn't be
Locked up.
No, I am not
Deranged.
No, I am not
Violent.
No, I am not
A school shooter or a threat to society.
I am just me. My schizophrenia is not my only quality. I am smart. I am kind. I am messy. I'm a perfectionist. I am a future doctor. I am an overachiever.
Mental health stigma.
Prejudice.
Discrimination.
Uncontrollable. Uncertain. Treated poorly. Weird.
Sick.
Messed up. Emo.
Depression.
DEPRESSION.
Depression, major depressive disorder, is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, or the way you think, and how you act.
Some days I walk around and I feel like a ghost. Like I'm looking at my life through an invisible wall. Like I'm there, but I'm not. On the bad days, I feel myself sinking.
Sinking down until the light of the surface is barely visible anymore.
Just keep swimming.
They say.
But I can't. There are weights tied to my limbs, making them much too heavy to kick or swim. My depression takes many forms. Ghosts, weights, tears. The one form it doesn't take is me.
When you don't feel